I did a bad. I did a bad. I gotta change all my audio sources real quick. This probably sounds horrible. I apologize. Make sure my gain is down. Oh, this is gonna sound horrible. I'm so sorry. I may even have to restart the stream because I'm changing audio sources. We'll see. Hello. There we go. There it is. All right, now I need to get into XSplit settings. Audio, system sound, microphone mix, audio sampling. All right, we want to use the speakers for Yeti 2. If you do not use system sound, you may no longer be able to hear sound from your other app. Okay. Alright, never mind. Cancel. Settings. Audio. I'm gonna get an audio preview real quick. Cannot use this device selected in system sound. Alright, fine. Never mind. Just never mind. I just gotta wait. I gotta wait and see for someone to come along and tell me if my audio is, if XSplit is correctly picking this up or not. You know, actually, I could just check my own stream. I am a genius. I haven't streamed in months. Let me unmute this real quick. For someone to come along and tell me. You sound good. We're good. My audio is, if XSplit is correctly picking this up or not. What's my? You know, actually, I could just check my own stream. I am in. All right, we're good. We are good in the hood. All right. You can't even see my mic. It's so dark. I have a black edition now. I also have a code for PUBG. This microphone came with a PUBG code. I really should put a screen on this. There might be a little popping. I'll try my best to not pop my peas. But we're not quite there yet. Anyway, as I was saying, I should probably tell people I'm live. We are live. Twitch. I lost my Magebit.tv domain because I'm poor. That's okay though. I'll never get it back. Well, I won't get it. It's locked down for like a year. So I'll get Magebit.live in a little while. Next month. It's not a big deal. Shit happens. Hey, Killer Bunny. How you doing, buddy? Now, I did tell Pern that a show would be today. So, he knows. He even said that he would be here last night. And I have messaged him. But I cannot... Thank you very much. I appreciate that as always, Killer Bunny. I can't guarantee he'll be here, though. I hope he'll be here. Hey, bro. How you doing, buddy? So I'm gonna give him a little bit of time, but we're in pre-show territory at the moment. I've scoured Reddit, and I've probably pulled. Let me see here. There are currently 83 things. Oops, sorry. There's 83 things right now. Look at all this wire I'm pulling out. Oh goodness. Good morning to you too. I have 83 topics to go through that I've selected that could possibly be on today's show. I probably won't select all 82. I really need a windscreen for this microphone. I'm really sorry. I have to get close to it, but at the same, now that I can hear myself, it's gonna drive me nuts. And yet at the same time, it's gonna make the audio so much better. Oh, I love being able to hear myself. You don't even know. It's not because I'm a narcissist. It's just because it makes the audio so much better. Okay. I'm gonna go to the forums now because that's generally Pern's job, but we're in like the end territory of the pre-show. So I'm just gonna pop over to the forums and do his job for him. Forums for him. No, I clicked support by accident. Where is forums? Community? There we go. I tried to go on the Grand Exchange the other day and it just didn't work. It was just a 404 error, like not found. Oh yeah, you gotta log in to see the rants. That's what Pern does. He just goes into the rants forum and tries to find silly things for me. Am I not logged into Bitwarden? Wonderful. All right, manual entering it is. I'm trying to type your password with a giant. Okay, which chimneys? Let's see. Chimney. Did you hear about the? Did you hear the story about the kid who was trying to break into a house? Oh, apparently, I didn't select enough chimneys. And he thought he'd go. Kids think chimneys automatically mean fireplace, but that's not the case. Oh my God! Now I gotta do traffic lights. Leave me alone. I'm a human being. Thank you. Now watch, I got the password wrong. Oh my God! Now I gotta enter my security code. Trying to log into the RuneScape website is like trying to fucking get into Fort Knox. Next, it's gonna ask me for my fucking fingerprint. If my computer wasn't docked, it actually would have asked me for my fingerprint. All right, let's see here. Rants forum, where are you? There you are. There you are. All right, what do we got going on here? Tiny crap thing ruined my day. I'll pop that one open. Tizzy's Book of Rants. Not happy with Jagex at all. No forum for old trolls. A dangerous precedent. OSRS stealing RS3 ideas. Hardcore Iron Man hacked. That one was moved, so that's probably... I'll open it anyway. Clues in the monkey drool. Where are the BTS videos? New wiki button. Jagex staff impersonation. Dear Jagex. Unbelievable. Fix living wyverns. I'm just going to do the first page. These are actually all... Alright, I'm going to go through all of these and see if they're worthy or not. Alright. Retinal skin required. Seriously. I mean, I'm not going to complain because I want my account to be safe, and I've had the displeasure of knowing what it feels like to lose your account. But it is inconvenient to have to put like 6 different security methods just to get into the, the website. When it's, just the website, not the game. Alright, so this one's here. Tiny crap thing ruined my day. Okay, time to rant now. Swear words, you guys. All caps. Thieving Cape Perk. Priff pocketing. Signs of the Porter. Literally the only thing... Alright. Your rant is not funny. Go away. This is dedicated to the rants that need to be heard. A book of rants. A player's guide. This was a work in progress. So this person wants to create a book of rants. Right now, it is just a bunch of reserved pages, I believe. I'm going to verify that by going to the second page. My computer is having a hard time with that. Let's go to this page. And this one, clues in the monkey drool. I believe this may have broken in an update somewhere. I destroyed the medium clue scroll to make sure I could get the clue. I also summoned the Lorehound with the Lorehound perk to increase the drop rate. I have been clicking on every drop box just to be sure. What's your problem? I don't like. Man, this is why I don't do the rants. You live in yeah, you live in Singapore. That's wild. Are you there for work or are you native? Where are the BTS videos? We haven't had a single one all month. Yeah, because the new mod warden is all secretive about stuff because he knows his dev teams are mismanaged again, as always. New wiki button. Make the wiki button an option. It's super irritating at this point. I'm trying to use the map and it's just lighting up that wiki button. First of all, wrong game. We don't have a wiki button. Jagex staff impersonation. Everyone knows about those. Dear Jagex. Oh, wall of text. Nice. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Just another kid who bought it. Okay, maybe we can get this one on. Get all the jokes out of you. Actually read the post. I felt bored with the game. My main decided to... Okay, I'm taking this one. This one sounds viable. We'll save that one. Alright, moving along. Unbelievable. Jagex mentions needing to force update some things that won't pass in the polls, suggesting that changes to death mechanics will come regardless, yet they want to force add when a 2/3 of play... I think this is another old school one. Old school doesn't have their own rants forum, to be fair. I'm not going to bother with that, because I think that they should... Actually, I do have a post today Oh yeah, by the way, there is a raffle going on that I never stopped from last stream because I'm an idiot. So feel free to enter it. It's for My Time at Portia, which is a really good game. I love that game. Once that raffle's finished, I'll finish it when we start the show. Someone remind me to finish and I'll start a new raffle for PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, which I actually have to scratch the code off for, and then I'll enter it in. So yeah, remind me to end the raffle when we start the freaking show, and someone can win My Time at Portia. It's a really good game if you like building and farming and stuff like that in like RPG style, action RPG. Fix Living Wyverns, pretty sick of the cold level not showing. Well, you know what? I don't have. Oh, this one's just deleted. King Black Dragon achievement. There's nothing. Quitting RuneScape. Doubt anyone will read this. Ha! I've been a long time off and on player for a long while. It's always a struggle to try and make enough money every year. Blah 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 blah. You know what? I might read your little sad story, just to see if I agree or not agree with it. Yeah, you know what? We'll keep this. Something about PvP, bots, all that nonsense. Massive bot free-to-play farm on World 308. So that's again old. This is an old school rant. As stated above, it's in Varric. Yeah, they're just pointing out a bot farm. Who cares? Do no evil. Green bananas. Jagex is totally garbage when it comes to designing fun quests for players. There is nothing fun about bananas that despawn after 1/10 of a second. I hated that quest. I feel you. I don't even think Alright, to be fair, I actually haven't done Do No Evil. Specifically because it's really, really scary. Not scary in the sense that I might break something really expensive that I own. He goes on it. Would you take something that is already annoying and make it worse? Terrible company, terrible design, terrible incompetent developers. I literally could have scripted a better puzzle myself in a shorter period of time. Dude, you're missing the point. It's supposed to annoy the shit out of you. Like, the quest is supposed to fucking be okay. Every time that like prayer sound runs out, I think it's my game, but it's the song. Anyway. I like this, but oh my god, it's got a second post. The bananas won't even drop from my action bar. He's so mad about the bananas. Alright. OSRS stealing RS3 ideas. The OSRS devs were so lazy they copied Saren's appearance in the Song of the Elves quest. Here's my chance to find out if my mute button works, because I'm about to sneeze, I think. Maybe now that I said I have to sneeze, it's probably gonna go away, because that's how sneezes work. But if I do sneeze, I'm gonna press my mute button. No, it's gonna go away. There it goes. Yeah, this post sucks too. Not worth it. A dangerous president. I know. In 2004, the Gowers promised in green. It's nice when you emphasize words with color. Promise Players Classic would remain open to those loyal and decided to stay. Thousands chose to do. And thousands? You sure that? Thousands? Leaving their items and skills on the game they were acquainted to and preferred, as they continued happily playing the RuneScape they loved post RuneScape 2 release. You know what? I'm gonna do this one. I got some things to say. The RuneScape community is so positive, I know. I mean, they said our Reddit post is like one of the most controversial Reddit communities next to like politics. Like our politics and our RuneScape are like two of the most controversial subreddits that exist as far as like upvote downvote ratios and activity, which is ridiculous. And RuneScape.wiki is one of the most edited wikis on the internet, like in the top 15 or something. It's ridiculous. We're a very passionate community, apparently. No forum for old trolls. Hi all, time for my yearly nostalgia-riddled rant about the forums where I complain about how things aren't what they used to be. I'm keeping this one. I don't even need to read it anymore, and I know I want this one. Alright. Not happy with Jagex at all. Jagex veins... Alright. Stop right here. And I don't... As a master of the English language, what the fuck Is this a French word? V-A-N-N-E-S. Jagex vans my main for a pan. Oh, bans. Okay. I'm a dumb. He typed B and V is right next to each other on the keyboard. Use some creativity, Magebit. Jagex bans my main. I clicked on it. Vans is a commune in Morbihan department in Bretagne in northwestern France. It was founded 2,000 years ago. Yeah, thanks, computer. Bans my man for using a third-party voting program. All right. Did you type this on a friggin' computer? I mean, on a phone using speech to text or something? What the fuck, dude? Using a third-party voting program, but I have never voted a day in my life. It's sickening. Consider I had the account since 2007, maybe even later. It's wrong to ban someone wrongfully, and they won't show me any evidence. I hate this post. Go away. Alright, that's done. That's done. We're done. We're good. We've made it. We've made it to a safe place. Let's see. Now, the fun part begins. Alright, open up Evernote. We now have 87 topics to work with. That's frightening. So what I do now is I take those topics and I align them in a browser in the order that I want them, and then I create a note document in the order that I want them with the links for each show note, if you will. And then I take that and we do the show with it. Thank you very much, Rodacious, for the 31 bits. I appreciate that. So that's the next process that we're going to begin right now. Very first, I'm going to run to the bathroom because I have been drinking green tea and water like a madman to keep myself hydrated and energized. So bear with me. I'll be right back. Very good. Very good. Very good. Oh, there's so many wires every time. I'm made of wires. Would you rather look at me or look at the game, by the way? Take care, Cliff. Thank you very much for stopping by. It's always a pleasure to have you around. I hope to get you on the show again sometime. I gotta start like 5 o'clock in the morning for that. Alright, let's begin the sorting of the show. I'm going to make a show note, which means I'm going to duplicate the last document made, which was... The last show was 12/13. It is currently 2/16. That is almost that's over 2 months! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I hate myself. That is depression right there. That is what depression does. So, since the last show, since our mega show that I did, I'm on 2 new medications. And I say new medications, but I've already been on them before. I'm back on the medications that made me like able to be this happy, energetic. So that's pretty much where I have to stand. One of the big problems was dry mouth. I really didn't want to deal with dry mouth because, you know, you get that horrible mouth sound, and a lot of people just really can't deal with that. But I've switched to taking that medicine only at night, so that should help significantly. Vapes are no longer banned. Heck yeah, baby! Although these are the only problem here is my lungs have absorbed it all. That's I'm going after the show. That's another thing. I can't vape during a show unless somebody like hits the vape button. I will if someone uses channel points or stream points, I will vape, but I'm not gonna vape on my own terms because it gives me dry mouth, and that's gonna make the show sound worse. So I've learned that lesson the hard way by losing a lot of listeners. So I'm not gonna do that anymore. And I'm hopefully moving that medicine tonight will also help. And having those two medicines back should also help me just maintain a regular schedule again. All right. Is there a free item in the Solomon's General Store? I gotta log in and find out. If anyone knows, by the way, just feel free to throw it in chat. But I gotta get past their biometric authentication. Solomon's Store. I was trolling Reddit earlier, and people were talking about. I think it's actually a post that I saved about Peanut Labs. And I was like, oh no, don't give them real information. Just make a fake profile and lie. If you are consistent with your lies, they'll believe you, and you can get tons of rune coins, and that's what I did. I mean, it's a violation of their terms of service, but like they won't notice. Winky winky. You're all right. Fuck this. It's too hard to log into Solomon's General Store. I've been defeated. Okay. Life. Living it up. Living it up. Let me pop this document open now. Over onto this screen. We'll get half. I want half there. And where's my show notes? Over here. Show topics. All right. So ideally, we want to start off with real game content, like game updates. So I'm gonna actually so there's a search function up here. I'm gonna search for game update. So that should just filter out everything and give me just the game updates first. All right. So we're gonna start with the oldest game updates. Hopefully, what is this? Let me pop. This is from November. Goodbye. This is also from November. That's too old. That's old. All right, now we're good. Once Upon a Slime. We got that going on for us. Let me go ahead and copy that content. All right. This microphone is so in the way. So I super miss my boom arm, but I just don't have room for it. Just a shame. All right, Once Upon a Slime. Let me delete that. We got the mining and smithing update changes. Copy. Smithing update changes. Thank you for being in the smallest font possible. War's Retreat. Again, thank you for being in the smallest font possible. Alrighty. Yeah, the whole friggin' vape ban was really dumb. It was a reactionary thing to the black market fucking up, and then it's like you attack the white market, which is doing things legit, and the black market's still like doing things illegitimately. Like, what are you doing? You're driving people to the dangerous market. I don't know. Governments are dumb. I really think that our governor is corrupt and is taking dirty money. Anyway, there's so many posts. All right, we got some. Let me look at the patch notes now. So we got patch notes 1, 2, 2. We're not gonna. Let's see. I'm gonna not do patch notes from December. That's a little too out of the you know. When is this from? This is in-game reporting. I'm not 100% sure if this is actual patch notes or somebody talking about reporting. Do not turn off, please. All right. I had to sign in to view this, but no, this thread cannot be found. Right. Okay. Goodbye, then. What is this? Patch notes for 10.2, patch notes for... I'm sorry, 2.10, patch notes for 2.3, patch notes for 1.27. All right. I will probably do the patch notes for this for this month. Copy these. I'm flying mildly blind in the patch notes, so I don't have time to read them. I spent literally from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. collecting all of these topics. And now we have to... I mean, we can't do 80-something topics, so I have to pick, like, 15 to 20 of them and make a show out of that. So doing all the patch notes is probably not a great idea because it eats into the entertainment, but whatever. If I don't see something I like, I'll just skip over it in the patch notes. All right, let's see here. Now for the Jagex related things. So let me explain how I do my show notes if anyone is interested. So we start off with the most RuneScape related news, like actual game updates. Then I look for things that are most Jagex related. So for instance, let's see here. We got TLDWs. How old is this one? That's the problem. Like, I'm gonna pop open this TLDW and see when it's from, because this is still very RuneScape related. This is from 2 months ago. Goodbye. Welcome to the cleanup. This is the cleanup. This is what it looks like. Think of it when, like, you've been super depressed and you've been sitting in your room for 2 months, right? And you're like, you finally snap out of your depression. You're like, holy shit. What have I've been living like this? Wow. That's what my show notes look like right now. I just have so many built up notes from people putting notes in here, from my staff putting notes in here for me, and then me just not doing shows because I suck. I don't suck anymore. Best of mod responses. This is interesting. This is interesting. This is too much though. That's for like where you pick and choose one, not you read off all together. All right, the Yak Track is amazing. We don't need that. Goodness gracious. How far back is this? I wish. Oh wait, there we go. 12. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make things a little easier for myself. Anything from December, I'm just gonna flush it down the toilet. I'm just gonna flush it, and just write down not the noteboard. We need the noteboard. Flush. Okay, now we're back up to speed here. Me too. Thank you, Yabbers. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. Yeah, YBBRS. I appreciate that. It was really a struggle to just want to die. I just wanted to like lash out at everything for so long. And now I don't. It's nice to just have a smile on my face for no reason. Just to like realize I'm just like smiling and no apparent reason. Just I'm existing doesn't hurt. And that's a good thing. It sucks that it requires chemicals, but it's Oreo. Okay, gotcha. It sucks that it requires a chemical to achieve that status, but whatever, that's life, I guess. All right, now I gotta figure out where I want these. So we definitely want to get these dev diaries in near the top. So the archaeology journal. Is there any other archaeology journals? I'll start with this one here. This is called the Kharid-et. So archaeology Kharid. Can't type for shit with this microphone in front of me. Kharid-et. I'm like making sure I'm typing this artificial word correctly. All right. I got that. I got more patch notes. I think I already put those in there. Let's see. I'm just making sure there's no other dev diaries that I'm missing. Nope. Okay, good. Rightio then. Now I'm just gonna look for anything that is super Jagex related. Double XP weekend extended returns. That's pretty Jagex related. Pretty RuneScape related, I would say. Put that after War's Retreat. Smiling is good. Wish typing would be good. What did I just... Oh, yeah. DXP extended. That's the good stuff, right, DX?
Oh, yeah.
That's what. That's right. All right. Did I mention I got a soundboard? All right. All right. What's next here? Power creeping. Why am I being asked for my medical history to earn rune coins? I love it. That's an ender post though. Next gen. Yeah, there we go. The history of the timeline of next gen. Though this was player created, and though that sound I made was horrible, this is still interesting timeline of Jagex's hidden MMO. There we go. There we go. Moving along. Dear Jagex. Imagine if God Wars 3 was delayed. Power creep. Why am I being asked? Loot radar. Should we ask? Tipsy ran on lore. Okay. Dangerous precedent. Let me look at. All right. We're gonna go into talk about the broken promises of Runefest. Of how we didn't get the quests that were promised. Gaga Lady and Avernick do a great job of ripping Jagex. Both are regulars on the show as far as their posts. Avernick has been on the show before. Avernick is actually a local, but he's afraid to meet up with me. Let's see here. Broken Runefest promises. Fucking coward. You missed my channel point redemption. Oh, shit. Hang on. Let me see here. It doesn't make a sound when you do that? It should make a sound when you do a channel point redemption. Recent events. Redemptions. Is it a Twitch redemption? Or a Streamlabs redemption? Out of curiosity. Because Streamlabs is empty. I did the get take. I will do it for you. Because Streamlabs for some reason. Hang on. This got 0. I don't know why. I believe you nonetheless. But lame. Things are weird. Anyway, there's a tiny bit in each one of these, so stand by. SX liquid, super critical. Alrighty. Where was I? Where am I? I got half of it up. Okay. That's gonna disorient me for a second. Oh man, the ends when you vape the end of the cart, it tastes like fucking plastic. Like it doesn't really taste good anymore. It still gets you high, but it doesn't taste good anymore. They are good. Like the Essex liquid is delicious, and Super Critical is a giggly strain. It makes you really silly. All right. No. I needed the other. Yeah. I think this is it. No, it's if we ever get quests again. I think this is Lady Gaga. Gaga Lady, rather. No, this one's Avernick, rather. I'm fucking stoned now. All right. If we ever get quests again. Hopefully this. Oh god. Quests. Thank God this is the pre-show. That's another perk. Like, if you want to see the pre-show, like, if you catch the show live, you can get the pre-show now. You don't have to pay for it if you're a loyal follower. That's the 2020 guarantee. Anyway, I think Super Crit's I think a pretty popular national strain. Essex is a local strain. It's tasty though. I don't know what it's made from. Extraterrestrial bananas. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. That's delicious. I was vaping that in my. This thing needs to be seriously cleaned. I have the Sayonara. Does really it's a great little atomizer, but right now it's on commission. It needs to be dipped in some ISO. Dear Jagex? No, we're still quitting. No, dangerous president. What is this? Thousands of sleeping skills are acquainted and preferred as they continue to have. Okay, I think that's a rant. Rants go towards the end. Another Yak Track soon. Okay, that's a valid. Alright. Should we expect another Yak Track? What about Yak Track? We got a lot of interesting strains up here, down here, over here, depending on where you're located. Our cannabis community is quite cultured. If you have the money. That's the thing. It's very elitist here. Massachusetts is very elitist. I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm not a huge fan of exclusivity. So when I get my own property and grow cannabis, my plan is to share crop. Only you can grow your own, keep it. Like none of this fucking bullshit. Anyway, what am I doing here? Yak Track. Tipsy rant on Magebit. Now we're starting to get okay. No, this one is a crossover from RuneScape 3 to OSRS. It's about Death's Office, asking if Death's Office is good or bad because they are thinking of changing their death system. And I just fucked that up. How did I do that? Undo that. What did I press? Ah, shit. All right, so my did I delete them all? All right. So my show notes show topics. I've lost the column. I've lost the fucking column. I don't know how to get back. Oh god. Yak Track this time was. Yeah, I liked the Yak Track. I had fun. This is silly though. I'm gonna just close it and reopen it. That's the Magebit way. What was the program called? Oh my god, I'm too high. Evernote. Did that fix it? The Saren Spirit. Fuck! It's all broken. Where are my notes? Did I delete them? Undo, delete. Restore deleted items. I can't. Alright. Main screen. There's supposed to be a column right here where I can, so like, let me, to choose from. I'm supposed to have, maybe under view? There we go. Like, thank God. Oh my Lord. That was scary. I'm supposed to have this here. And it was, I don't know how it was gone, but it was gone, and I was terrified that we were never going to be able to finish the show. That was my worst nightmare. That was nightmare land right there. Oh God. Now I restored everything. And everything is on. Can I put it all back in the trash? Is there a back in the trash button? How come there's no back in the trash button? God damn it. Alright. Hang on. Everything from 12 on has got to go. Today, 12. Okay. Everything from 12 on needs to see you later, buddy. See you later. I'm so sorry. This is the worst pre-show I've ever done. Alright, everything with an arrow next to it I think has to go. Maybe? Alright, the arrows went away. Oh, okay. Sure you sent another Yak Track soon? Alright. Alright, I'll work with this. I can work with this. I can work with this. It's okay. Yak Track. Next gen. Do we already have the next gen one? I think so. Mm-hmm. If we ever get questions again, we already did that one. Broken Promises, we already did that. Broken Dangerous President. All right, let's put in some fun ones, and we'll wrap it up. Let's see here. God, patch notes, game updates. Holy dicks! I'm not even pressing the delete key. I'm wondering why they're not going away. I'm wondering why they're not going away. God, I'm pressing the fucking backshift key, backslash key. All right. Why am I being asked my medical history to earn rune coins? We'll put that one in there. Oh, I was supposed to put the death's office in there too. All right, I'll leave space for that. Why am I being asked my medical history for rune coins? All right, yeah, that one. We need death's office, good or bad. I'm incredibly hungry now. We're gonna find out if this mic mute button works. Sweet. I love this stream deck. I effectively paid about $25 for this thing. And it's what? $225. Alright. What am I doing? I just need... See, I deleted like all of them again by accident. 2 Jagex. That's an old one. There we go. Archeology journal. Alright. Show topics. Quitting RuneScape. I can actually take a look and see if this is worth my time. If anyone wants a little RuneScape. I want to update Bitwarden. Bitwarden, you should have done Bitwarden. All this, and I might not even want the post. How frustrating is that? Tell me which view you prefer, if you want me to switch between them, like, periodically. Doubt anyone will read this, but oh, a long-time player for a while now, and I always struggle to make enough money every year for multiple memberships. Each year I barely make enough money for the next year of membership, and I still worrying by losing interest when I see you next week. Yeah, that one kind of sucks. Your post sucks, lady. I'm sorry. Maybe this one's better. You knew I'd be a div. I don't want to log in again. It's so painful. It's literally painful though, because I can't type the right letters ever. What do you want? You want traffic lights? Traffic lights this time? And you want I'm dying. Incorrect! It's incorrect! Ugh. I pressed the map button. I pressed the map button, chat. I'm sorry. I'm trying to log in. I'm trying to log in, and it's just... I'm trying to look over a water bottle and a microphone. I must look like a spaz. The divine charges are 75. Really? That's awesome. See if you get my points for a rap. You should. I've been practicing. I got a decent amount of choices. What do you mean error? I am a master. I am a master at showing what traffic lights look like. I'm never closing this post. I'm never. This post is a fucking holy grail. All right, Magebit, do something. I've run out of familiars. Hang on. I'm gonna reset. I'm gonna use these bubbling lamps real quick. I might. Problem is I've run out of empty divine charges and I don't want to buy them, and my machines are not working fast enough. You know the deal. You know the deal. So it's like I either have to buy divine charges, or I have to break something down, and I don't have much to break down. Log wise, I could break down. I don't want to break down mahogany logs. So I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna... Oh, thank you. Did that just... Did it go to my bond pouch? Hang on. Did anyone else see that? I had a bond here. I had a bond here. It was sold. It was green. And then I pulled out and it's gone. Please tell me someone saw that. Can I go into like my history here? Bond. Where the fuck is it? Is it in my inventory? I don't see it. Is it in my bank maybe? Oh, thank God. I was like, where the fuck did it go? Ah, that scared the shit out of me. All I want is some rune metrics, so they don't charge my bank account because I'm poor. Thank you, Rubik. I scared myself there. I'm a silly boy. I don't know where my scrimshaws at. That's too many scrimshaws. Yeah, Death Star, thank you very much for the subscription. I appreciate that, buddy. My energy gathering scrimshaw. I only have one left. Should probably put an order in for more. I have a hard time. Put that little dash in there, it's the only thing that will come up. Alright. That'll take a little while to buy. Anything else I'm missing here? I don't think so. I just teleported to the Max Guild because I am a pro. They've been super glitchy lately. Ah! So is my chair. Ugh! How many months is that, man, Death Star? You're a champion. Where am I? Where the fuck am I? This is not where I want to be. All right, I apologize. I'm a little broken at the moment. All right, so Dear Jagex will be our last post. We got a little off track here. Dear Jagex. And this post is just not to be ever closed, because if it is, I like to go through fucking Fort Knox to get it open again. Alright. Let me get myself set up. I'll message Pern one more time and just to let him know. See if we can get him. I will be in live chat. Just in case. Just in case. Anyway. Let me do a final rundown here. Close the things I don't need. Pull up the things I do need. Get the relevant browsers open. See that when I redeemed it, does it not show up at all? Let me see here. So, on my dashboard, under redemptions, let me bring up my main screen here. So, on my main monitor, this is what I see right now. If I go over to Streamlabs, my redemptions are empty. If you're doing a Streamlabs thing, if you're doing a channel thing, up here. Oh, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. It's me. It's up here. I'm sorry. I would not. Doing this process helped me find it. I wouldn't have been able to find it if it wasn't for doing this, though. I appreciate it. Cool. Okay. So, I have been drinking water. Alright, you want me to... and I did get dank. Am I caught up? 3 minutes? You want me to get dank again? Is that where I'm at? Okay. I thought I broke it, to be honest. Let me, okay. 1 second. Let me, just finalize things here real quick. Also, I just want to say, we surpassed 400 followers. So thank you very much. We just did 401 followers. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, I guess I'll take a hit for that. I can't wait to have a blunt. I was gonna drum on that. That would just be a really bad idea. Not the smartest person. I'll send a water after. Yeah, I'm gonna need. My throat is killing me. I drink some like milk or yogurt, or you can't drink yogurt, but you know what I mean. Cyclaurus, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it very much. Welcome. We are about to kick off the show. Solo, unfortunately. Thank you for the water. The ends of those cartridges are harsh. I'm getting some shatter, liquid shatter, and some pre-rolled blunts today. Once the show concludes in a couple or a few hours, probably it's 10 o'clock. We'll probably wrap up by 12 or 1. I know. Well, he has Discord on his phone, so it's messaging his phone. So as long as his phone is not on silent, as long as he's not asleep, he's getting those messages. So he's either asleep or his phone's on silent. So I mean, he could be in a lot of pain or something like that. Like he could have had an episode, and like, you know, I can't fault him because like how many times have I not showed up for a show? Like 805, at least. That's an estimate. That's a scientific estimate. He might. He could. He might. I can't guarantee. I mean, Hannah messaged me. Maybe if you want to do some RS Weekly, we live. Heart. Anyway, so I mean, maybe we can get some Hannah. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, some people like the solo shows. You know, they get a little weird in my opinion, but whatever. Remember, I'm gonna end the raffle soon. Don't let me not end the raffle. If you want to get into the raffle for my time at Porsche, that's literally, this is a 2-month raffle. Because I forgot to end it 2 months ago on my last live stream. I promise it will not be 2 months in between my next live stream now that I'm properly medicated. Alright, we are pretty much ready to go though, so I will go ahead. Yeah, you're good. I'm going to end that raffle. I think right now it's almost 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock is our start time. It's 9:56. We're going to start in 4 minutes on the dot. Top of the hour. Prepare yourselves! That was a little... It's not as loud as I wanted it to be. I'm working on the soundboard still. Okay, let's go into it. Alright, there. Raise that sound up a tiny bit. That is at maximum! Alright, well, I gotta go into my editing program and just amplify that sound effect slightly. Maybe that one too. That one I can just manually amplify.
Potato.
There we go.
Potato.
Yeah, I love that sound. Let me turn off this. It's so fucking quiet though. I don't know why. You know, we can open up Audacity real quick and fix that because it's kind of it's one of my favorite sound effects of all time. It's from Mass Effect, I think 2, maybe 3. I can never remember. Mass Effect 2 and 3 run together for me because I played them at the same time and I was very drunk. So forming memories doesn't work very well when you're intoxicated. So they're the same game as far as my brain is concerned. So I don't know. But I do know that like I love that sound effect. It instills fear and at the same time like action. So here it is. Let me just amplify it a bit. Amplify. Oh, yeah, I have to select the actual audio first, huh? All right. Not by 27,000%, by like 8. Let's hear that first. All right. Never mind. I have to... All right, right. Hang on. I forgot that this is weird for some reason. Hang on. Sound mapper? Let's try sound mapper. This could hurt. Just for some reason I can't get audio to work in Audacity and I don't know why. Oh wait, that's I do know why. Stop. Yeti 2. There it is. Okay. Alright, so I need... So that's what you need right there. We take this piece of audio, cut it out, track. Oh, I can give him... Take a new track. Put it in the fucking middle, apparently. Thanks a lot, Audacity. Stick it there. Unselect it, right? Now, it's going to be too loud. Or not too loud, but it's going to cut off. So you need to make... You got to give it some sort of fade. Now, we've deemed that is too quiet. So we're gonna fucking make this amplified. All right, I forgot. I blame this mildly on my brain state. Is that loud enough? Wait, bring up chat here. Where's anything? Is it over here? No, that's just I'm not a very... Huh. Where did my friggin' I'll just open a new one. Because I don't know where it went. Why? Okay. Anyway. I feel so naked without the music. It just feels so like something like, I'm being watched. Everything's on me. Oh, but really, the broadcast, yeah, I know, I'm a mature audience. Was that loud enough, or should I go louder than that? Let me see here. Get it? No, not you. Y'all came here for a show, and I'm doing sound effects. I think it's loud enough, but I could do one more amplify. Yeah, alright. Now I will export it as an MP3. Yep. Now I saved it as the same file, so it might just play that file now. Maybe. Let's find out. I would say so! Alright. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate it. I'm sorry. I will now open the show notes, because we are probably at 10 o'clock. Yeah, we're two past 10. And, I suck. So, let's do this. Let me stop this music. And let me in the raffle. Yeah, don't want to forget that. I feel like I accidentally closed. Oh, okay, here it is. Da, da, da. The giveaway? Okay. Close entries. Pick winner. Of course, someone who's not here. Testicles has won. So now, complete. There you go. Now I have to open another one for PUBG. Welcome to giveaways. I will do it later because I don't know how to do it. I do know how to do it, but it's people want a freaking podcast. Let's see here. Let me open these up. 1, 2. Oh, please tell me you're opening the same. Okay. 3, 4. Let me just do this over here. Which one are we on? Almost. Double XP weekend. Patch week. Patch notes. More patch notes, I think. Yeah. Archeology. Timeline. Broken Runefest. Something I can't read that far away. Yak Track. Something I can't read that far away. I really need new glasses. Alright. All posts should be open. Including Dear Jagex, which is really annoying. Oh, now you just open. Probably because I have another instance of it open. Okay. Alright. Let me... So, how loud is... I have the intro on here, but I don't know if it's too loud, so I'm going to press it here. No, it's not too loud. Is it too soft? Is actually the question. It might be too soft. No. I think that's fine. Alright, we'll start over. Alright. I'm gonna roll with that. Touch too soft? Alright, I will raise it up. I will raise it up a tiny bit. One moment. Let me go into here and bring it up a tiny bit. Alright, how about now? Let me know if that's better. You're listening to Runescape Weekly. I'm just testing out the title. Does my voice meet up with this, or is it too loud? You tell me, because I'm not the one listening. On today's show, butt cracks. Alright, I will begin now then. I gotta make this full screen. And I just gotta make this text not like 10-point font. I'm used to reading in like 40-point font, to be honest. Like teleprompter. Alright. Today's not December 13th either, so I gotta change that. Today is February. Oh god, stop with the insertion. Oh, there's a fucking soundbite for you.
Bend me over and, tell me what you want, as they always do.
There's a soundbite for you right there. Let's see here. It's the 16th. Okay. Alright, I can stop this for now. That was just a test. Alright, February 16th. We're still in 18 years, yeah. No co-hosts today. Double check, see if Hannah said anything. Everyone goes silent. You say RuneScape Weekly, and everyone just stop. No, she's waking up, maybe. Okay. Feel free to join in anytime. Save this sinking ship. All right. Before we begin, I'm going to just do another bathroom run, so because I'm the only one here, and it would suck if I have to go to the bathroom in the middle. So 1 minute, and then we will begin. Have a good one. Thank you, bunny. Alrighty. We shall begin. Let me pull up my notes one last time here. And alright. It's been a while. Let's see how many times I fuck it up. 3, 2, 1. You're listening to Runescape Weekly for February 16th, It's not 2019. There you go. Fuck up number 1. I knew it wouldn't take long. All right. And it's also not 20,120. Man, that'd be nice if it was. We'd probably have the cure to poverty by then. All right. 3, 2, 1. If you need help reading, see you, buddy. Yeah, I can always use help reading. Considering I am a mess. Live chat's open if you want. Anyway, 3, 2, 1. You're listening to RuneScape Weekly for February 16th, 2020. I'm your host, Magebit, with 18 years of RuneScape experience. On today's show, Once Upon a Slime, Mining and Smithing Changes, Wars Retreat, Double XP Extended Weekend, Patch Week, Patch Notes 2.10, Patch Notes 2.3, Archeology Kharid-et, Timeline of Jagex's Hidden MMO, Broken Runefest Promises, If we ever get quests again, what about Rune Track, Death's Office, good or bad, why am I being asked my medical history for rune coins, Dear Jagex. Thank you for tuning in, and enjoy the show! Welcome back to another edition of RuneScape Weekly. It has been quite some time, and I apologize for that. It's good to be back, though. I feel good, so I have good energy, so it's going to be a good show. Hopefully we'll get a co-host at some point during the show. Maybe someone will bounce in. But at the moment, I'm flying blind. That's okay, though. I've got I picked a decent line of topics. Some of this stuff I haven't touched yet. It's going to be interesting to kind of get reacquainted. I haven't played the game in quite some time, so I have just gotten kind of back into the rhythm of things. So it's nice. Things are nice, and I'm just kind of doing divination at the moment. I've done a little bit of the mining and smithing. I heard there's some updates to mining and smithing. I'm curious to read those. I heard that you have to be a lot more attentive now if you want to mine, for XP at least. So, gonna be curious to hear about that. But as far as my goals, I'm just waiting for archaeology. I'm building up charge cores. I'm building up charge packs, hoping that charge cores are going to be used in archaeology and their price will shoot up massively and I will make a massive profit off of this effort. I don't know if this is going to work or not, because I haven't been paying attention to archaeology or the dev diaries or anything, because I've been too depressed to do literally anything with my life, so that's why I've been gone for so long. But I'm back, baby, and now I want to get my shit together. Pardon my language. I guess this is an explicit show now, but I want things. I want money specifically. I just got a master clue scroll. A master clue scroll from divination. That's pretty sick. Anyway, that's what's up with me. I'll be honest with you, I don't have any PSAs. The only thing I have to say right now is a big thank you to Sudwood for being our sustaining supporter, helping keeping our servers online. And not just monetarily, but like behind the scenes. Moral support, technical support, Sudwood is the man. Sudwood is one of my close friends. He's awesome. Big shoutouts to Sudwood. Thank you very much, buddy, for helping keep the show running. The archives might not be alive if it wasn't for him and his help. So again, thank you. Sorry, in the microphone. Anyway, let's jump into today's show, shall we? Oh goodness. Once Upon a Slime is not working. Why? This is weird. This might take a second for me to reach. For some reason, going to runescape.com and choosing the article Once Upon a Slime has given me a 404 error. I think their website is under construction or something. Let me try going just manually to it. Okay, it works now. All right, I think that actually loops. Does that just kept going? That might be something I have to look into. But thank you for being patient with me through our upgrades. We have a new stream deck. We have a new microphone. We have a new mouse. Things are getting back together as far as my life goes. So, yeah, the show should hopefully be a lot better now. Now that my equipment is better. I can hear myself again, so the show quality should improve ever so slightly. Because if I can hear myself and I hear annoying noises, I can stop them from happening. If I can't hear them, I can't stop them. That's kind of how that works for me. Anyway, let's get into the show. First up, Once Upon a Slime. Love is in the air this week, so get your respirators at the ready as you prepare to engage in some gloopy romance in our latest quest, Once Upon a Slime. We're also ready to share the love with an extra cuddly double XP weekend extended. Read on to find more. So first up, Once Upon a Slime. So its requirements are nothing, just a romantic soul, apparently, and a strong stomach. King Slime is back. Apparently back. I didn't know. Oh, was that the slime from the sewer in Remington? Is that what they're talking about? Is this a bottle quest, finally? King Slime is back, and he's looking for love. In this permanent novice-level quest, you're charged with setting everyone's favorite clammy Casanova up with the girl of his dreams before he slimes the whole town. Quest rewards include a suitably glutinous pet and a rather dapper accessory, so don't shrink away from this one. I've yet to do this quest. I've seen complaints on the forums regarding it. I don't know why. Has anyone enjoyed this quest? Personally, it sounds like a small bottle quest, just to probably tide people over due to the lack of content from our archaeology being pushed back. There was supposed to be a big quest, right, around this time? So this is like a little poop to hold people over? It's like you got a big poop in your stomach and you can't get it out, and this little something falls in the toilet instead? You know? I think? Maybe? I don't know. Moving along. War's Retreat feedback. This is player feedback. Some changes. Core, you lot must have had a lot of load fun trampling around War's Retreat the other week because Big Man's got back. I hate doing accents. Anyway, he's got back to us with a lot of fixes he'd like to see implemented before his next guests drop by. Some smaller changes include a specialist message for people burning logs on War's campfire, an updated unlock hint for Dare to Die track, and some extra blocking to stop you from trampling around on other people's gravestones. Who's trampling on other people's gravestones? That's very disrespectful. It was was the story lame, or was the story bad? Like, was it short, too short, or I don't know. I'm gonna do it on stream, so I guess don't spoil it for me. Probably gonna do it tomorrow. We'll see. We've also made a few chunkier changes, mainly surrounding Marks of War. To begin with, a tooltip has been added to the Marks of War currency, and the option to check your Marks of War cooldown with War himself has been made more obvious. Boss portals can now be interacted with from even further away, and the Reaper portal will now check access requirements if your target is in a God Wars dungeon. Other changes include the option to refill adrenaline urns using the adrenaline crystals, boss timers that vanish properly upon fleeing a boss fight, and fix to the War's Retreat teleport, which will now clear active combat effects upon arrival. Oh, and finally, the Draenor entrance to War's Retreat has been renamed to be a little more thematic. Go have a look for yourself. Keep scrolling to see the rest. All right, and we got some patch notes here. We can read the ones they've bulleted, I suppose, here. Changes to Araxor. Read the patch notes for exact details. Thanks. Fixed an error with the Clanniversary broadcast for players that joined clans before April of 2011. Wow. I leave my clan all the time and come back just because I'm a rage quitter. You'll see when you do it. I don't want to spoil it. That's fair. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm gonna finish the stupid Dragon Quest tomorrow with the bouncy balls, and I'm gonna do that quest, and then maybe I'll do No Evil, because I'll have enough cannabis tomorrow. Friend and clan announcements now correctly trigger upon elite task set completion. Double XP weekend extended. So we it's the same as last time. Is your heart beating double time? Well, it should be. No, it shouldn't. Because next weekend is Double XP weekend extended. From midday on February 21st to midday on March 2nd, you'll get 48 hours of Double XP goodness to use however you wish. So that's cool. Last time, I got from 117 to 118 Slayer last time because Slayer is so painful that my organs melted. I couldn't do it. But this time, where is it? I've got 5.5 million bonus XP on 11 million XP remaining. I think I can do it. And I'm gonna put as many pulse cores as I can on that sucker. So I'm just we'll see what happens. Moving along, we got the mining and smithing update here. And also, let me just real quick. I forgot to mute my game. I'm an amateur. I apologize. Let's see here. So the mining and smithing changes. We kicked off February with a clank and hiss. This week, we introduced a round of changes to mining and smithing. Forge off for the nitty-gritty details. So mining and smithing changes. You might have heard about something called the mining and smithing rework. We introduced this year around this time. That went down really well, but there were still a few lingering issues that we've been able to address this month. We're hoping that these changes will We're hoping that these changes will make the skill more fun and rewarding for everyone. First up is mining. Mining is now much more reliant on stamina. Currently, you deal 80% damage to the rock while you're mining, even when your stamina is at 0. After this update, your value will be changed to 20%. You can still restore your stamina by starting to mine the rock again, or by consuming a stone spirit under the effects of a perfect juju mining potion. Basically, this means that stone spirits are more useful and valuable than they were before. This sounds great to me so far. it increases the value of both stone spirits and perfect juju potions. Rocks that don't reduce stamina, like red sandstone and arc crablets, are unaffected by this update. In addition, Saren stones that have their HP increased to 2,000, so they will now take more time to mine. The good news is mining them will now no longer consume stamina. To keep track of your stamina, try enabling the stamina bar in the mining section of the gameplay menu. Slayer isn't even that bad. I know. People always tease me about like my least favorite skills. I tend to love skills that people hate, and hate skills that people love. Like my favorite skill is farming and fishing, and people tend to not like those skills. And like my least favorite skills are dungeoneering and Slayer, and people tend to really like those skills. Including the developers. Like dungeoneering is like all the developers all love dungeoneering, and I when I found out that was like Andrew's favorite project, it made me want to die. Again, they talk about double XP weekend extended. Don't think I need to remind you again about that. Twitch Prime last chance. Have you claimed your Twitch Prime nonsense February 4th for your free Umbral pack? I don't know if I've claimed my last one. I'll double check. Just in case. I'm pretty sure I did, but you never know. The last time I claimed some tokens. So, you know, I always want my free stuff. You know how it is with free stuff. Me and free stuff, we get along very well. I see... Oh, starter packs. I don't see anything about RuneScape in here. I've been scammed. I've been lied to. I was brought here on false pretenses. Seriously. Alright. I'm just going to do an F search for RuneScape here real quick. Yeah, the word rune does not appear on this page. It must be over. Yeah, it's over. It's February 4th. I'm a dum-dum. Anyway, I apologize. I'm not a time traveler. Let's talk about let's just move along and talk about Wars Update and then the Winter Chill Off, shall we? If Pern was here, things would not be as weird because he understands time and space. I am an enigma. I just read shit and talk about abstract concepts. He's a grounding force. You have to understand. This is a long one here. This week's we're bringing you War and Peace. First up, we have War's Retreat, and so this, unfortunately, I read out of order here because this is talking about War's Retreat. I talked about the update to War's Retreat before I talked about War's Retreat itself, so I apologize for that. But we'll talk about what War's Retreat actually is now. So stand by. If you want to show some bosses who's boss, then War's Retreat is the place to be. It's an all-purpose PvM hub filled with bank chests, adrenaline crystals, and boss portals that an adventurer could need. Plus, you can meet up with your fellow warriors, group up together to defeat trickier bosses. Want to see for yourself how awesome War's Retreat is? Well, they have a video, but we're not going to watch it. Here are the requirements. Of course, you'll need not just an old adventurer can take on War's hospitality. You'll need to be a battle-hardened warrior with a combat level of at least 60. Yeah, battle-hardened indeed. To do so, simply march north of Draenor, where you'll find a new addition to the gazebo of the apocalypse. Simply lay your battle-worn hands upon the noble insignia, and you'll be whisked away to War's Retreat. If you're not up for that teleportation faff, you can also gain access through the dingy cupboard at the back of Death's office. After you've got 10 boss kills, you'll be able to unlock War's Retreat's teleport from War's shop for an easier way to saunter on in and launch into the fray. Free-to-play players can access War's Retreat and earn marks of war at the same rate that members do, but they'll be unable to purchase auras, consumables, and most of the upgrades from War's shop. That's fair. They can at least use the portals, it sounds like. So portals. The boss portals in War's Retreat can teleport you straight to the lair in any boss in the game, but they all work in different ways. By default, you have one boss portal unlocked, which can be attuned to any boss you have previously defeated. You can unlock a second boss portal in War's shop. The first attunement is free, but after that, they will cost 100,000 GP. War will give you a 50% discount when attuning a boss portal when you've already slain that boss 100 times. You know, mates rates. The Reaper portal is always attuned to your Reaper assignment, even if you haven't killed the boss before, but you must have at least one kill left on your task to use it. Finally, the Season portal will be attuned to whichever boss War currently has beef with. Right now, it's attuned to the Shadow Reef, where you can face the Ambassador. It's the perfect place to dive in if you're new to bossing, and you can even group up with newbies or experienced combat veterans right there in War's Retreat. So that's pretty cool. They have like suggested dungeons, kind of, where you can like dungeon of the month, if you will, maybe. I kind of like that idea. War's Retreat is a nice idea overall. I'm glad that they're taking the boss portal concept out of the max guild, because the idea that bossing should be locked behind maxing is not a good idea, because skilling and maxing are not, skill maxing and combat are not one and the same. They are very different mindsets, and separating them, I think, is important. Moving along, dummy area and bank chest. I really love the dummy area. This is a great idea. War has provided a range training for dummies and for you to practice on before facing real tough guys. They are fitted with all the latest dummy technology and can be customized just like the ones at the Combat Academy. This area also houses a bank chest for you to refuel and drop off your loot in between battles. So a little practice area, you know, right in like your little pseudo faux max skill area. Like, it's so nice. I love that. And on top of that, got a little campfire. Towards the entrance of War's Retreat is a giant-sized campfire, perfect for getting cozy after a hard day battling in Gilinor's most dangerous regions. War's campfire provides the same buff to life points that ordinary campfires do, and it can be upgraded to increase the buff duration. The upgrades run from Oak all the way to Elder and can be purchased in War's Retreat shop. You'll need 1,000 marks of War and 1,000 logs of the relevant tier. Unlike regular bonfires, War's campfire never needs to be relit. Apparently, the big man's is a fiend for s'mores. So that's cool. And it's a never-ending bonfire. I like that idea. You know, the idea of this is just like all the PVM stuff all the time. You know, it's a cool guy club. It's a cool people club. Kill everything, chill out, and you know, I'll kill all the time. It's the Combat Academy that we never had at the Combat Academy. That's over at Burthorpe, and you know, pretending to be the Combat Academy. Like this is truly where people go to fight. I like it. What we got here? Adrenaline Crystal. Once you've killed 1,000 bosses, War will allow you to use his personal Adrenaline Crystal to prepare for battle. Upon activating the Adrenaline Crystal, you will receive 25% adrenaline every 1.8 seconds. Burthorpe or Lumbridge. I think it's like it's on the verge of both. So like if I teleport to Burthorpe, right? I think it's technically in Burthorpe, right? Because if I go up here, here it is. And that's the Burthorpe Lodestone. So, in my opinion, that is Burthorpe. But it's a contested area. Burthorpe and Taverley are basically, in my opinion, the same city. They are districts in the same city. So, it's arguable. Anyway. Upon activating the Adrenaline Crystal, you will receive 25% adrenaline for every 1.8 seconds, a faster and more convenient alternative to just bashing a dummy. So, that's cool. So 1,000 bosses of any boss, I assume, because it works for me, and I don't think I've killed 1,000 of any boss. Like, I've only killed 1,000 of bosses, like, combined. So, definitely it's a combined thing. It's like, I mean, bosses, pets, bosses. Where's bosses? Where's bosses? Titles, summary. Pets, tiles, wardrobes, quests, beasts, maybe? No? No. Prayers, events, overview, drops. Where the hell is... It's gotta be in the beasts. Yeah. I'm just dumb. Is there a way to search by, like, boss kills? Okay. Beasts, boss kills. Let's see here. Okay. General Grador. I've killed General Grador over 1,000 times. That's it. I've killed Kriara 990. Basically, God Wars 1 is the only dungeon that I've ever bothered with. Moving along to Altar of War. The Altar of War will restore both prayer and summoning points when used. To unlock it, you will need to complete a certain number of boss kills. Not going to mention how many. Marks of War. War might argue that the thrill of the hunt is its own reward, but he's concluded that for the rest of us, a real prize is in order. With that in mind, he will be rewarding each boss kill with Marks of War, a unique currency that can be spent in War's shop to purchase upgrades for retreat, auras, and various consumables. You can earn up to 1,000 Marks of War per hour, and each boss is worth a different amount of marks. Please be aware that using Death Touch Darks will not award Marks of War. Some options in War's shop will need to be unlocked by completing a certain number of boss kills. Once they are unlocked, the items themselves can be purchased with the correct Marks of War. Auras. So they've changed some auras here, moved them from the loyalty points over to War's shop. Those auras are the Vampirism aura, the Dark Magic aura, the Berserker aura, the Reckless aura, and the Maniacal aura. You will keep any auras you have already purchased with loyalty points, and they will automatically count towards the Aura achievement. Unfortunately, we cannot refund any loyalty points you've already spent. Of course you can't. That's okay. But, you know, it is what it is. Those are now in that system. If you've already purchased them, you've got them at least. That's not going to change or anything. Worst case scenario would have been like you'd have to repurchase them. That would suck. Completionist requirements have been added as well because of this. War's Retreat will come with 4 new completionist requirements. Aura. Unlock every aura from War's Retreat. Relight my fire. Fully upgrade the campfire. To upgrade the completionist cape, you will need to complete My Last Resort. Unlock the War's Retreat. Teleport, a second boss portal, the Altar of War, and the Adrenaline Crystal. To unlock the Trimmed Completionist Cape, you will need to unlock the Meta Achievement, War, What Is It Good For, which you will receive after completing the other 3 achievements. So that it's a Meta Achievement. That's interesting. You just passively get it, I guess, when you achieve the other 3. So extra Reaper points, 50% extra Reaper points. To celebrate the launch of War's achievement, War's old pal Death will be awarding 50% extra Reaper points to all completed Reaper assignments from now until February 10th, which is all past. So I'm reading you garbage. And this is also garbage, so I'm going to read that as well. Moving along. I appreciate the JoJo reference. Moving along. Double XP Weekend! It is here. And it returns. It's nearly February, and a lot of you know what that means. It's my birthday, yes. No, it's Double XP Weekend. Double XP Weekend Extended will return on February 21st. And like the last Double XP Weekend, we are again extending the amount of time you have to enjoy the Double XP goodness. However, we heard all of your feedback after the last XP event and confirmed that you'll get a full 48 hours, up from 36. Let me just shoot myself in the head. Pardon me. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Let me just take a sip of water. Follow that by some tea. Of double XP that you can use whenever you want, over the course of 10 days. So you don't need to worry about cramming all your playtime into a single weekend. There's all the time in the world to watch the match, cook a meal, phone your mom, and do your ironing. Or if you prefer, you can enjoy the thrills of double XP Weekend as you always have done. More into the game, of course. So, I just 36 hours. 36 hours. Like, remember, think of this. It used to be double XP weekend, right? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and a little bit of Monday. 24, 36, 48. And then maybe if you have the fortitude of a god, maybe you're getting in like 52. If you manage to stay up on Monday, and you want to give the like that is an insane amount of time. That is an unhealthy amount of time. And you're enabling people and giving them 48 hours? Like, who can use 48 hours? Whatever. I will probably use maybe 30 hours. That's my goal, is to use 30 hours. I think I will finish. I think I will finish Slayer in 24 hours. Or maybe less. I have 11.6 million XP left. I probably will finish in 12 hours, to be honest. So, I'll probably... after that, I don't know. I don't know what I'll do. I'll move on to rune crafting. Yeah, there's also a Game Blast going on, so they're hoping to rake in the Impulse buy on MTX. Ah, will they be selling any Game Blast merch or like in-game stuff? If they sell in-game cosmetics, like they're gonna get me, right? Like that's anyway. Simply log in anytime you like between February 21st and Monday, March 2nd to enjoy your skilling boost. As soon as you're in game, your timer will start ticking. So there you go. Did we talk about... I thought we talked about the Wars Retreat changes. Did we? No? Yeah, move it along. Oops. I ran out of charges in my vacuum. That's a shame. Patch notes. We got a patch note week here. This is for February 10th. Let me see here. All right. It's long. Both of these are fairly long. Y'all want me to go through the patch notes? We got 2 patch notes for the 10th and the 3rd. The 3rd and the 10th. I can go through them or we can skip them. They are fairly long, but they might have valuable information in them. We never know. It's hard to tell with patch notes, but I don't know. All right, cool. We'll go through them. Here we go. This is the patch notes for the 2nd. This week, we're trying to address feedback we've been receiving on mining and smithing, as well as continuing to monitor and implement hotfixes on the Winter Chill-Off and Wars Retreat. We're listening closely to any and all feedback, especially with Wars Retreat, so make sure to keep it coming. Let me just launch a new familiar real quick. It's gonna be difficult for me to do this without my vacuum working. Damage dealt. This is mining first up. We're going to talk about the mining update first. To meet aims of improving the value of ore, as well as to further increase value of stone spirits, we've made some changes to player stamina while mining. We've talked about this briefly already in a previous update. Damage from rocks was changed. Modifiers from the pickaxe tier, rock hardness, strength level, and critical hit damage are unchanged and work as before. Stamina is restored automatically when stone spirits are consumed while under the effect of a perfect juju potion, which we talked about. Stamina no longer depletes when mining Starin stones, which we already talked about. Update while mining skill guide. Including anachronia mining locations for various ores. So they updated the skill guiding. That's good. Smithing, we've already talked about the smithing stuff. Winter Chill-Off, empowered the Blight Staff. Is the Winter Chill-Off over? I think that's over. Audio, here's some audio stuff. We resolved an issue preventing specific sound effects from playing on the desktop. Audio for tuning the Shadow Reef portal and the liberation of Mazcav have been fixed to play the correct sounds. Some fixes in the God Wars dungeon. Wars Retreat. So they nerfed the power of AFK Saren Stones? Yes, they nerfed the power of AFK everything, but not crazy nerf, but yes, it has been nerfed. It was done to buff stone spirits, basically. The Wars Retreat Reaper Portal now checks for all normal access requirements when pointed to a God Wars dungeon boss. Next, hotfix, Ancient Ceremonial will now once again bypass the kill count requirement when trying to enter the next boss area. That would suck, especially for me, because that's the only way I'd ever get in there. Engine fixes resolved an issue preventing the client from launching on some Intel HD integrated graphics. Fixed an issue preventing the launcher installer from working on older versions of OS X. I don't know why I said it like that. Graphics issues with NPCs at longer draw distance while using the free cam has been fixed. Interface boss pets will now show the correct player kill count when examined. Skilling. Non-direct combat methods can now be utilized to progress a variety of Slayer tasks that previously could now be progressed in this manner. And textual. Various mining and smithing typos have now been fixed. The description of the balancing wand has been cut down in order to fix an issue where the text was overlapping. That is the notes for the 2nd. I'm going to move on to the 10th in a second. I'm going to take a quick sip of water here. All right. So here we go. Here is the 10th. So this week we have a few more quality of life updates to War's Retreat, as well as a bug fix to an unintended, albeit amusing, option to equip a few strange items from the bank. There will also be a few changes to RuneScape's favorite spider. Read on for the full patch notes. Here we go. First up is War's Retreat. Adrenaline urns can now be filled via the adrenaline crystals. Boss timers now vanish properly if the player flees the fight. A tooltip has been added to Marks of War currency. The entrance to War's Retreat in Draenor has been renamed to be more thematic. The unlock hint for the music track Dare to Die now mentions War's Retreat. Added some blocking to the gravestones in War's Retreat to prevent player models from clipping through in some situations. The PVM Hub Reaper portal now checks for all normal access requirements when pointed at a God Wars dungeon boss. Added a message for people burning logs on a Wars campfire. Boss portals can now be interacted with from a longer range. Teleporting to War's Retreat via the spellbook will now clear active combat effects in such as bleeds. The option on War for checking Marks of War on cooldowns has been renamed to be more obvious. Entering War's Retreat now turns the camera. Moving on to bossing. The damage done to Araxor when charging the wall in Path 3 has been increased. A successful dodge will now do 100% wall damage, and an unsuccessful attempt will do 50%. The time before Araxor's first charge attack has been reduced slightly. The time between Araxor's charges after a failed dodge has been reduced. Barrows. Player can no longer deploy Dread Nips when fighting Barrows Brothers at the Barrows. That's going to suck for some Barrows players. I know that. Is that Rise of the 6th, or is that regular Barrows? I have to assume that's regular Barrows. I know Rise of the 6th, they do a lot of tricks to mess them up. Combat. Auras are no longer deactivated on death in dangerous PvP scenarios. Graphics. Fixed an issue with the 4 face buttons not animating when stood on during the canal puzzle section in Liberation of Mazcab Raid. There are no longer ground tiles used in Draenor Village near the wheat field. Tool decor attached to a wall in Lumbridge smithing area has been moved forward so the tools no longer clip through the wall. Interface. Saws, snow globes, and Arctic pine logs can no longer be equipped via the bank interface. Fixed an issue in which destroying golden fish eggs from the bank wouldn't allow you to reobtain them. Vampiric blood essence will now only message the player when dropping below 500 charges. When making offhand darts, the interface will now remember that you want the offhand version and not try to make you create regular darts. Players now correctly navigate to the relevant menu when attempting to create a baked potato, when other possible recipes are seen in the inventory. Hotfix. The update interface for Gone Yak tracking when refreshing prizes show the correct amount of oddments needed. Mobile. Fixed a minor issue with a misaligned highlighting on the Magic Book interface. I thought that said MacBook interface. Wow. Sorry, I did not think I would get to use the potato sound effect on day one of the soundboard, and I got way too excited and it threw me off, and I was not ready for that. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I digress. Fixed an issue blocking the custom controls for the Baron von Hattencrapper bombing sequences in the Pirate Quest series. I love that seagull in the Pirate Quest series. All reward store buttons that display locked now return a tooltip on mobile, which explains the requirements to unlock. Quests. Once Upon a Slime is released this week. Go help King Slime find his true love in this new permanent novice quest. That is not a patch note. The Purple Cat mini quest and Fremnik sagas no longer appear as started in the Rune Metrics quest log when you have completed them. Fremnik sagas now appear as started when you have Fremnik quests now appear as started when you have finished the abridged saga and completed when you have finished the unabridged saga. Players can now advance the Spirit of Summer quest when using a Supreme Growth Potion to grow the Limpwort root. Skilling. When fighting Moss Golems, Social Slayer partners can now deal with each other's mossy rock NPC spawn preventions as well as their own. Smelting gauntlets now count towards blacksmith outfit set bonuses. The remote farming machine now updates the status of a fully grown Calquat seed. Daily fishing challenge can now be completed when setting the I thought it said furry shark outfit. Fury shark outfit to consume fish. Man, my eyesight is not in the right place. What have I been watching on YouTube? The price of the Supreme Growth Potion, Sundry, has been increased from 400 to 1,000 beans. That's a shame. Hotfix. The living rock creature's souls can once again be captured in Ushtabis without being on a Slayer task to kill them. I do not need shark furries. Yeah, I am so sorry to put that image in your head. Other. Fixed an issue which led to players being able to access their inventory. Well, after dying, sorry, my Fitbit beeped at me. Reporting a player for bug abuse no longer links you to a non-existent webpage. Fixed an issue where rune pouches wouldn't fill with rune or pure essence, as changing rune pouch essence into pure essence. Player is no longer forced to walk one step north on a tile near the river next to the pet shop in Taverley. That's nice. The camera will no longer bob up and down when canceling a trip into the water during Recipe for Disaster. Fix some overlapping safety checks caused forcing teleports along the east cliff side of Prifddinas in the Taranwin Woods near Arandar Pass. The Friends Trail option is now only listed once in the gameplay settings under Social. Friends and Clan chat announcements now correctly trigger upon Elite task set completion. You can now cancel your action when jumping over the strange floor in Taverley Dungeon. Fixed an error with Claniversary broadcasts for players that join clans before April 2011. Clicking the compass in the seagull sections of the Clockwork Syringe and Pieces of Hate will face the player north. Those are your patch notes for 210. Alright, moving along to some news. This is a dev blog. This is Archeology Journal Kharid-et. So this is, I haven't really been keeping up on the archaeology journals, so this may or may not mean anything to me, depending on how they lay this out. So we'll see. See how relevant this falls upon my ears, and how valid I do this. I also want to say that the Stream Deck that I got, one of the purposes... Can they fix the bug that causes the double broadcast message? Yeah, I don't know. Probably not. Clearly, it's been like 10 years. I think they just need to they need to delete the code for the clan and just rebuild it from the ground up. But they don't want to do that because they're lazy, so they don't have the resources to allocate, because people don't use the clan features enough to justify the resources. Even though if they put the resources into it after they did in the remake, it would be used way more, because then people would want to use it. If that makes any sense. Like, it's a catch-22. People don't use it because it's rundown and crappy. But if you fixed it up and made it worth using, people would use it. Duh! It's just like in the real world. It's like, oh, this is all rundown and crappy. Why would, nobody uses this public transportation system because it's crap. But maybe it's crap maybe that's why, because it's crap. Fix it up, and then people will use it. So it's the same thing with the clan system. If they would actually fix it up, make it worthwhile, have actual functions to do real features for the clan masters to actually control functions and stuff, maybe then it would be used. Maybe then it would be worthwhile. Maybe then you'd have actual resources allocated to it because people would be using it. You've set me off on a rant. Hi Santa. Anyway. Let's talk archaeology. Our intrepid professor reports have tracked Professor Tony to the Kharid-et Desert, where he met with an intriguingly familiar ally. Wednesday, Moengving 4. Once again, I find myself questioning whether I've let this whole project get out of hand. Yesterday morning, I was greeted with a letter from Dr. Nabinek, thanking me for allowing him to lead the investigation into the dig site we uncovered north of East Al-Kharid. The only problem is I don't remember telling him any such thing. In fact, I had rather hoped to lead the charge on this one myself, and I have very little adventure for once. There's only one thing to do now. I must travel to Al-Kharid and explain this misunderstanding. I only hope the good doctor hasn't gone too far and carried away already. Thursday, Moengving 4. Oh dear. Despite my reservations, I can't deny that Dr. Nabinek is doing a wonderful job. Almost as soon as I arrived, we stumbled upon a pair of fascinating artifacts. If I didn't know better, I would have said that he knew where they were buried, but that's ridiculous, isn't it? The artifacts themselves were truly something to behold. The first one was an excellent example of Zoroastrian art, a purplish crystal bound in bands of gold. It had an odd energy to it, too, definitely something to investigate further. The second, an item, was some sort of armored mask, forged in similar metal to the specimens we found back at our Deer Dig site. I was thinking that we should start mining the ore and crack on some experiments when I noticed that my companion seemed somewhat subdued. He was just staring down into the empty eyes of the mask. I think I even saw tears in his eyes. When I asked him what was wrong, he seemed taken aback, like he had forgotten I was even there, and he muttered something about the fate of our people before stalking off back to the camp. What an odd chap. Still, it was good to see an archaeologist so invested in his subject. Friday, Moengving 6th. Dr. Nabinek really does know his stuff. After dinner, he regaled us all with legends of the desert, including a few tidbits of Kharid-et. Like Sentistan, Kharid-et appears to have been an important Zoroastrian stronghold. It was here that the Magebit rumored to have been amassed powerful objects from all around the Khadir desert to use in their no doubt nefarious plans. I wonder whether any of their relics are still here, just waiting for someone to pick them up and discover their magic. I get the chills just thinking about it. Dr. Nabanik went very quiet as he described the likely final days of the fortress. According to legend, Kharid-et was besieged for a great many months during the Third Age. Covered by shifting sands, an entire fort and its people were eventually lost to time and all but forgotten. It was said that a few very true believers still seek its truth, but as true to their success, no one can say. That's when Nabanik produced an ancient papyrus. In remarkably good condition, it showed some sort of structure, not unlike a giant version of the crystal we'd uncovered earlier. Could this be the treasure we're looking for? The conversation then turned to our excavation plans, but I couldn't stop pondering. What really happened to the people inside the fortress? Did they escape? Do they lie where they fell? Or is there a chance that something might still be down there? What exactly was that other figure on the papyrus? At the point, the thought of the Majorat zombies lurking down there was giving me the shivers, so I made my excuse and retired to my tent to try and get some rest. The desert wind was really quite chilling at night. Later. I must leave here immediately. After what I've just seen, I don't think I can stay here any longer. Let me try to just get my thoughts together. An hour ago, I stepped out of my tent, and if I could just find an extra blanket. But on my way back to the storehouse, I noticed that there was still a light on in Dr. Nabanik's tent. I thought maybe he had just was having trouble sleeping like I was, but I wandered over to say hello, and as I got closer, I realized that he had company, and no, it was not quite right. I could hear him talking, but I couldn't hear any replies. I'm not sure why, but I decided I kept listening. I almost wished I had turned around and I left right then. I left, but instead I moved closer to the tent to hear better. When what I heard sent a chill down my spine. "My lord," he said, in a voice unholy, like a friend, a chap I knew, "I beseech thee, reach out to me and lend me your ear." I strained to hear the other person speak, but again I heard nothing but the wind. At this point, I was overcome by curiosity, and I crept closer, even lifting up the edge of the tent to peek inside. "You are right, lord. I simply have to dig deeper," Dr. Nabanik said. This time, I could see that there was no body. There was nobody else in the room. He was simply talking to empty space. All of that was weird enough, but what happened next sent me packing for good. The doctor turned towards me, moving to put me out. I jumped back. I think he saw me, but his face. No, I must have made a mistake, but it was just a trick of the light. Regardless, I think it was just the right time to leave. Dr. Nabanik might be a little odd, but he's just a fantastic archaeologist, and if I did see what I thought I saw, he might just be the man for the job. I shall confess that the whole escapade has left me wondering if such adventures are a young man's game, but I cannot possibly let my work go unfinished. Oh dear, I do hope Professor Tony is feeling all right. Here at the Gielinor Gazette, we know Dr. Nabanik to be an upstanding member of the archaeology community, even if he did make his fortune selling dodgy staves. But the information on Kharid-et seems solid and terribly exciting. Will you be the next adventurer to uncover some desert treasure? Stay tuned for the next Archaeology Journal, where you'll be taking an insider look at Everlight. Just got Boots of Sub drop. Oh, nice. Boots of Subjugation. Congrats. That hurt my throat and my diaphragm. Huh. So that was... The doctor went in... So the archaeologist is possessed, and the other doctor went insane and ran away. Cool. So we're going to be dealing with some possessions. We're going to be dealing with some, like, Zerosian demons, it sounds like. That's cool. Don't fuck. I have the number 2 bound to my number 2, obviously, on my Naga. So sometimes I just bump it by accident and I end up in the Max Guild because that's my life. It's all right. It's all right. Let's talk about our next post here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more posts to go here. So let's get into it. This is just a timeline I found. I didn't found it. I found it interesting, so I figured I would share it with y'all. It's called Next Gen, an MMORPG in development by Jagex. And this is just a simple timeline that they have going on here. It just shows kind of where it is, where it's been, and where it's going. So first of all, this is by user xhenart7. It says, I've heard quite a lot of buzz around a new game Jagex has been working on. I first heard about it in summer of 2017, and I decided to compile a list of information known about the game. So here it goes. He starts in 2014 with this list. So the 8th of September 2014, Jagex is designing a next-gen MMO and is looking for developers who have shipped titles or tablet MMOs. So that's our first kind of clue that they're developing something that may be cross-platform. We hear again in July of 2016 that Runescape is developing an RPG battler and is looking to remaster RuneScape in a RuneScape remaster MMO in 2018. So there's speculation on that. That may or may not happen, but nobody really knows about that or not. But again, in 2017, we hear about the next-gen logo being leaked by Shawnee. And then again, the next-gen logo points to a project that they were working on kind of back in 2012. So it's possible that the next-gen project is actually the MMORPG project. It's possible. We don't know. Then Jagex partners with Improbable in 2017 to bring Spatial OS, which is a technical engine, really technical engine. It can design and build simulated worlds to accommodate thousands of simulated players and their buildings, like their projects. It's a really interesting engine. So if they are using that for this game world, it will be really interesting. And again, Mod Ollie leaves in 2017 to go work on this new project, so they're poaching Jagex staff. 2017, Jagex is looking to hire gameplay programmers for Unity. 2018, proof of concept projects Aurora and RS Next are debuted. We don't get to see them, but they are in trade shows. 2018, Nathan Richardson, the former executive producer of EVE Online, joins the project. 2019, David Vargas, former Assassin's Creed art director, joins the project. Ian Thomas, previous director of engineering at Glint, joins up. May of 2019, Jagex hires a senior gameplay programmer for Unreal Engine 4. So that's interesting. They're using multiple different engines. Wondering which one's going to be the final use. You can't really use multiple engines in the same game, so that's curious. Shanghai Fukong Interactive in 2019, which is Jagex's parent company, releases their spending towards this next-gen game. It looks like they spent $2 million in 2017, $3 million in 2018, and $2.6 million in 2019. So this project has had a lot of money put into it. Hopefully it will be released soon. So there we go. I'll tell you what. That's not the one. That's not the one either. This is the one. Ugh, doing a solo show really takes the wind out of you. I'm dizzy. I am legitimately dizzy. And I don't know if that's just because I haven't done a show in a long time, or if it's because of all the medication I'm on, and I'm not, or what. But holy crap. I need to catch my breath here for a second. Oh. this next post, these next two posts are really good, and I really want to read them. I don't want to like dick out here. So like what I'm gonna do here is we're gonna chill for just a few seconds while I gain my breath back. I know this has never been done before on the show, and I apologize for doing this, but this is better in my opinion. I'll go ahead and take the next note. You want to just copy and paste? I'm very confused by your comment. I could just hire a tech. I should just do text to chat. I'm literally just gonna eat some Chex to give myself up my blood sugar. I think I haven't eaten today. I think my blood sugar is just a little low. That could just be it as well. So I'm just gonna. That's the next post coming up, if anyone wants to check it out. It's a really good post, and I'm looking forward to reading it in a second. I'm already feeling a little bit better. Thank you. Appreciate that a lot. Oh, I got stuff in my teeth now. Hang on. That's never coming out. Anyway, what is that doing here? Our next topic is really good. Thank you for dealing with the little break there. Doing a solo show is taxing. I appreciate the comment, Santa. It's nice being live. I want to be live more now that I feel like a human again. My goal is to be live more times in the week. Damn, Death Star. 2 years you've been subscribed. That is hardcore. So I appreciate hearing that, because that gives me incentive to stick to that plan. Anyway, ooh, I'm so sorry. That's probably super bad for the microphone. Just freaking stuff in my teeth, which is expected. Rice Chex are like my spinach, man. You want, like, if I need instant energy, I just eat a handful of Rice Chex. Anyway, not sponsored. Moving along. This post is by Gaga Lady, and it hits right in the nuts. Here we go. Broken Quest Promises, Runefest 2019, and current state of quests. There will be a number of quests next year that you can be sure of. Desperate measures featuring Anachronia in Karapak, and a city of Sentistan quest. The second thing we will be doing to address the number of updates is to create and protect 2 sub-teams, in bold, protect 2 sub-teams, and 1 sub-team dedicated to making quests. We can state that Quest Team will be working on Azurander Quest after Desperate Measures, Maud Osborne, at Runefest Keynote 2019. Moving along. So it says here, it may strike you as strange that players could be unhappy with the state of questing, given that Once Upon a Slime was released on Monday. Oh! I love me some sarcasm. Very nice. Let's see. It may strike you as strange that players could be unhappy with the state of questing, given that Once Upon a Slime was released on Monday. It is a nice quest, don't get me wrong, but if you haven't been paying attention, it would seem that upper management of Jagex has taken a back track on quests. Mod Raven said earlier this week that players should expect 2 to 4 quests a year. We also know that Desperate Measures hasn't left the design stage, despite originally being due last year, and then at the start of this year, and that if any quest is going to be canceled, it's probably going to be the Azaranda quest. This is a stark change from the aim of a quest per 2 months announced at Runefest, and then later confirmed in December by Mod Jack. So what's happened in the last month or so to change this? It happens every year. Every year. It's important to mention that those who are part of the lore council, Jack, Raven, Stu, Rowley, etc., have no power over this. So you don't shake your stick at them. This is not their decision to make, and they have no control over what is to be released. Great examples of this are Sir Owen 2, I want that quest so badly, and Rite of Passage, Raven Quest. I would imagine that they are very much fighting for those quests. And, Gothics bless them. Adding insult to injury is the fact that the quests released on Monday was created by the MTX team. This isn't inherently a problem in itself, as I said. It was a great quest. However, this comes after severe lack of quests and the main narrative of the game only moving once. Desperate Measures, 2019. Since Sliske's Endgame, 2016. This is despite quite a lot of humorous quests: Penguins, Evil Dave, Cheesecake, and now Slime. This is also following from year after year of promises regarding more quests. Archeology seems very exciting and will probably whet the... let me just stop there for a second. If you're wondering probably why there hasn't been quests, it's probably because all development has been... all of them, they're all working on archaeology right now because it's delayed. If something is delayed, all hands are on deck. All hands. Like, that shit's got problems. That's my opinion, at least. Like, if I'm running a studio, anyone who's doing, extracurricular stuff, and there's, we got, fires going on, I'll pull you off your extracurricular stuff, and you're gonna put out fires. Anyway. Archaeology seems very exciting and will likely whet the appetite of lore players. Elite Dungeons were also a fantastic way of delivering both PvM and narrative content. But these truly replace the lore that quests serve? Probably not. When recently asked what the minimum number of quests released per year should be, the majority of players said 6. That being from the annual survey, which asks all players rather than just lore players. Yeah. That's about fair. I think I said between 6 and 8. I love quests. Even though they annoy the shit out of me, I still love quests. Another thing that keeps coming up is the value of quests, and that they feel like poor investments, as explained by Raven in this Reddit comment. What's curious about this is the sudden change from the end of last year, where a lot of the quests were seemingly the plan. Why the change? What's happened since then? Yeah, I agree. I am very sad to hear that they are moving down in quests. And the only thing I can say is they probably had to put all hands on deck for archaeology. If archaeology is delayed, think about how long archaeology was supposed to come out in January. It's almost March. They fucked up. Something's messed up. So they probably need those senior developers. So they're probably not developing quests. They're probably fixing fires. I can't prove that because I'm just a minion. They won't come on my show because I spit the truth. I'm the dissident. But that's probably what's happening. And that's, shit happens. But whatever. We still deserve more quests. So, I'm sad. Yeah, I am. I want quests. I'm just looking through these comments here. It is. Here's the thing. Another thing. Taking a quote from Runefest is like taking a quote from the State of the Union. Like, it's lies. It's just all lies. Nothing's true. Runefest, you take it with a grain of salt. It's all fluff. Fluff and peanut butter. Well, next one here. This one's from Avernick, my buddy Avernick. Shout out to Avernick. I don't know if you still listen, but shout out, buddy. Anyway. I gotta stop doing that. Don't do that, Magebit. If we ever get quests, I love the title. If we ever get quests again, You Are It should be the standard. You Are It, related to a recent update, Clue Scroll update. Short development cycle, about 6 weeks, almost no graphical assets, accessible and doesn't rely on knowledge of events from Grandmaster quests, expands on the world, brought Charos into the game as a personality, delved into treasure trails, wish magic, Duchess of Lumbridge, etc., iterates on existing mechanics, clue scroll system with unique clues, serious with some humor, a balance appropriate for RuneScape. As one of the few bottle quests that actually stayed a bottle quest and wasn't blown out of scope, You Are It proves that quality can still exist in these smaller quest entries. A 30-minute adventure can be satisfying and important to tie us over between larger landmark quests. I agree. Jagex is capable, and the players are in need of quests like this. Avernick speaks to the truth. He speaks for the people. The voice pop. He's the vox populi. This, I 100% agree with this comment, with this post. I upvote it. 86% upvoted. This should be 100% upvoted. Because You Are It was great. It annoyed the shit out of me trying to, like, do parts of it. But at the same time, it had that beautiful RS feel to it. And it just fit. It fit perfectly, and it probably cost them very little to develop. And all those things combined just makes RuneScape. So in my opinion, yes, adding quests like that to the game is a good bandage fix for when you can't release, a grand master quest with new assets and, a crazy story that a writer took, 10 hours out of their day each week to write for 10 weeks. Anyway, moving along. Should we expect another event like Yak Track soon? This is by Squirky7. Jagex said events like Yak Track would be 6 weeks on, 6 weeks off throughout 2020. Jagex lies. Sorry. This upcoming Monday, and I wonder why I don't get JMods on my show. This upcoming Monday will be 6 weeks since Yak Track ended. Should we expect a similar event soon? I'm curious what people think of the event cycle. I found Yak Track enjoyable. It was definitely a lot of grinding, but I was coming off of a break from the game, and Yak Track helped kickstart my interest. I loved Yak Track. This is 62% upvoted. People are conflicted. The upvoted this with 7%, the top upvote here. We just had a festival in Lumbridge Crater, and Double XP Weekend Extended starts Monday, so no. And they responded saying Yak Track started during XP Weekend, so I feel like that's not valid, and I agree. Yak Track can start whenever it wants. So, do we want another Yak Track? Are we ready for another Yak Track style event? It obviously doesn't have to be Yak Track specifically, but are we ready for another event that has a pass attached to it, right? That you have to purchase through bonds, or if you're a Premier Club member, you get it for free because it's a Premier Club pass. That's basically what I'm saying. Are we ready for another Premier Club pass promotion? The Triple P threat. Moving along. Feel free to leave your comment. I want to know. Do you want one, or is it too soon? I mean, Jagex said every 6 months. Has it been 6 months? I don't even know. I'm not paying attention. All right. This is a post that's a crossover between old school RuneScape and RuneScape 3, and I'm just going to monologue about it for a minute. If you want to add your thoughts and comments, I'd love to hear about it too. We can have a discussion. If you're watching this on YouTube, we can literally have a discussion about it. Death's Office, good or bad? And if you're on Twitch, we can have a live discussion. OSRS player here, and I got a question on how you guys liked your Death's Office in game. Does it make it easier, or is this a system that would make it better? For those of you that may not know, OSRS JMODs are looking at making PVM deaths more serious. Right now, you have 1 hour to get to your place of death. There are a variety of ideas that Jagex is looking into, and one thing they brought up is replicating RuneScape 3's death mechanics using Death's Office. And I figured that the best way to form an opinion is to ask those of you who interact with it on a daily basis. This is by Shrand1. That was really hard to say, I'm sorry. The top comment here says, I very much prefer not having to go back to the place of death in a rush. Yes. If you die due to power internet outage that lasts longer than an hour, I assume you just lose most of your stuff. You still have the option to go back and grab your stuff from your grave on RuneScape 3, but for equipment that degrades anything above tier 70, it's usually cheaper to retrieve it from Death's Office. So, the big thing I think in RuneScape 3 is like, yeah, like privilege. It's a huge privilege thing. Like internet. Some people have shitty internet, right? Not everyone has perfect internet. I have perfect internet. Not everyone has perfect internet. I could have it taken away. I could have it taken away at any moment, and not have perfect internet. You know. So that's the thing. You gotta think about that. You gotta think about the possibility that it's not just about dying in game. People can disconnect from DDoSing. People can disconnect from bad connections. People can disconnect from a client crash. You know? So, Death's Office protects from a lot of different things. I think it's a valid idea to think about adding it to the game. I think that if they put it to a poll, I think it has a good chance of passing. It's changed the game for me as well. It's made me more apt to boss, and I don't boss a lot, but it's definitely given me the ability to boss, because I was afraid to run to a gravestone, and now I don't have to worry about that. So yeah, I agree. Here's one. I like this one. This is called "Why Am I Being Asked My Medical History to Earn Rune Coins?" So this is by Speedy191, and it's a picture here. Let me put up my main screen here. It's a picture of Peanut Labs, and it says, "Which of the following do you have? Allergies, asthma, arthritis, cancer, cardiac issues, Crohn's, depression, diabetes, eczema, erectile dysfunction, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, migraines, obesity, respiratory issues, other, none of the above, prefer not to answer." Wow, I did that all in one lung fill. So I only got 21 upvotes because people do this all the time, but I love these. They're hilarious. So people obviously get these all the time. It's like you go to RuneScape.com and you're like, I need some rune coins. I need to get me some rune coins, and then you get stuck with this, right? You think you're gonna get rune coins, and then what are you got cancer? You tell me you got cancer, and I'll give you rune coins. Come on, what you does your dick work? You tell me your dick doesn't work, and I'll give you some rune coins. It's like, what? So I was like, where's my comment? My comment's down here. So nobody upvoted my comment, but I was like, the best thing to do is that these is blatantly lie. Remember your lies, write them down. If you stick to a pattern of lies, you can keep going. Create a fake human profile, and you can earn quite a few coins. I earned over 5,000 coins. Not so much keys, though. This is a violation of the terms of service of Peanut Labs and Super Rewards, not Jagex. Just a heads up. I'm an asshole. I hate these companies can go f themselves. That's why I did that. Like, these companies, they're horrible people. They collect your information, they sell it to companies for profit, and then they use that information to basically, scam you and harass you. So screw them. Screw them. So I don't mind doing stuff like that. There are videos on my YouTube channel of me making fake profiles and earning rune coins. Anyway, we got one more. This one's by Rocky World. It's Dear Jagex. Wall of text for me here. Moved to a more suitable forum. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Let's do this. Yeah. I know what you're thinking. Just another kid who bought it and made a couple mils and is now crying over it. Yep. Get all the jokes out of you and actually read the post. I felt bored with the game and on my main, so I decided to create a fishing alt on February 3rd. I was playing many hours a day because most of my stuff was AFK, like getting anglers out and just doing my barbarian fishing. I was training strength into 45 in Kharid, so I could catch the leaping sturgeon, and when I got banned out of nowhere on February 12th. Now, the reason I'm posting this, I know I'm mostly likely going to get my account unbanned, and honestly, I spent a bit of time then this week, so I don't know that was a big frustration. But the frustration of knowing that I'm 100% innocent, but I still can't do anything about it, it just makes me mad. Like I can say, I hand to heart that if anyone reviewed my account, they would see I never bought it. Like, this is not going to help you. I was even talking to people on my friends list, even every day, the whole time. Listen, you can talk to people while the bot's active. That doesn't absolve you of botting. But my point is not to prove my innocence. It's more about expressing my concern with this stupid system. As bots get better and better, the risk of new players getting banned is stupid and bigger. If this system can get me banned without even reviewing my case, after spending so many hours invested in it, then I question my allegiance to this company. Don't hold allegiances to companies. If you're holding an allegiance to a corporation, rethink your life. Jagex has me in disgust at the moment, and I will probably stop playing this game altogether. I deeply encourage anyone from Jagex to reply. Well, you got a reply from Community Manager Nick. Move to a more suitable forum. Yeah, ESO Rules, which is Elder Scrolls Online. Yep, nothing beats the guilty until proven innocent approach. Yep. Good stuff. Good stuff. Gotta love the old I'm gonna yell on the forums to get unbanned posts. That's how you get unbanned. That's how you do it. Well, that's how you do it, apparently. And that's how you press the wrong button.
Potato.
Yep. Anyway, I'm a potato. Next time I'm gonna have those sounds on my friggin' SSD, so they friggin' play immediately. Anyway, where's anything? There we go. Where are my show notes at? Thank you very much, everyone, for coming to the show today. It was a good show. Despite being all by myself, I managed to do it, which is impressive because I'm rusty. I haven't done this show in 2 freaking months. And I'm heavily medicated. So I got a lot going against me. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, I'm going to really quickly just pop over into our good old-fashioned Patreon page here. So I'm going to do a special outro today, actually. It's been a while since we have done anything at all. So I want to just, instead of thanking our top patrons, I'm going to thank all of our patrons today. Because I suck. So stand by. Go into Relationship Manager here. I've also been, to self-medicate. Me too. I got to go down to Sanctuary Medical. All right, let's see. I need active patrons. Okay, we have active patrons here. Good. All right, only showing active patrons now. And let me go ahead and close all these things. And let me pull up my show notes here. All right. Again, thank you everyone for coming out to the show live. Really do appreciate that. You can find us on social media. We do have a Facebook page, facebook.com/rsweekly. Also on Twitch, I am mage_bit. Changed our Twitch URL. Used to be RS Weekly, now I'm a mage_bit. So change that. Just a heads up. It's gonna be a little weird for now for people for a bit there. All of our URLs are kind of changing, so I'm gonna it's gonna be weird to find me for a bit, I guess. So I apologize for that. If you want to support us, it's patreon.com/runescape. Runeweek.com is the podcast website. It's been a while, so I can just announce the dang website, I suppose. And I want to give a big special thanks to everyone who has stayed subscribed through the hardest time in my life. Holy shit! Here we go. Are you ready? Adam, Brett, Cass, Kevin, Ricky, Rory, Cabru, Shiro, Spencer, Sudwood, Travis, Victor. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all so much. It means the world to me. That money is always helpful. It always is going to a good place. It means the world to me to have support behind the show. And we will be increasing this the amount of content, RuneScape and otherwise. I want to do whether you're interested or not, I guess in the other stuff. I'm a Humble's Choice subscriber, and I want to play a bunch of Humble games. So I'm going to be doing RuneScape content and Humble content, and blazing a bunch of cannabis while doing it. So if you want to join me throughout the week, I'll be around doing RuneScape and a variety of other stuff. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's show. We'll be back on Friday, hopefully with a Parnassius. Hopefully. Anyways, again, thank you so much, and happy scaping. Stay tuned if you like a rerun of today's show.